Host. The sun rises with the same energy every morning, but not everyone wakes up with the same purpose. Some people hit snooze, while others hit success. What separates the dreamers from the doers? It's not luck, and it's not money. It's habits. Those quiet, powerful steps you take before the world even opens its eyes. Imagine waking up not just to a day, but to a mission. Think of your morning like a launch pad. If it's shaky, the whole flight struggles. But if it's strong, focused, and fueled with the right mindset, there's no limit to how far you can go. Successful people don't wait for motivation. They create it every single morning. Welcome back to Mind-Blowing Motive, your favorite place to grow your mindset, strengthen your purpose, and shine your light. Today's journey is something that can change the direction of your entire life. We're diving into 7 morning habits of successful people. These aren't just routines. They are life systems. They are the exact things that help people rise above the noise, stay mentally sharp, and move closer to their goals every single day. No matter where you are in life right now, if you can control your mornings, you can transform your destiny. So, let's begin with habit number 1. There's something magical about the early morning. It's quiet and calm, and it feels like the world is still sleeping. But while others are lost in dreams, successful people are already up building theirs. Waking up early isn't just about starting the day ahead of others. It's about starting the day ahead of your old self. Think about it. In those early hours, there are no distractions, no emails, no texts, no noise. Just you and your thoughts. And that's powerful, because in that silence, you can hear your deepest goals. You can feel your inner fire. That's the time to fuel it. Your bed will try to convince you that 5 more minutes won't hurt, but those 5 minutes add up to a life you never lived, a dream you never chased, a version of yourself that never showed up. When you wake up early, you gain something most people never have: control. You control your pace, your thoughts, your energy. You start the day on your terms, not reacting to the world, but designing your world. Waking up early isn't just about time. It's about the message you send yourself. You're telling your mind, I'm in charge. I choose growth over comfort. I choose my purpose over pleasure. That message becomes your identity, and identity drives every decision you make. Imagine 2 people. One wakes up at 5 a.m. They take 30 minutes to stretch, breathe, or journal. They read something inspiring. They plan their day. By 7 a.m., they're already mentally clear and physically energized. The second person wakes up at 8:30, rushing. No time to think, just reacting. They are stressed, scattered, and already behind. Which person do you think is going to win the day? Waking up early gives you time for things that truly matter but often get ignored: your health, your mindset, your goals. These small acts compound over time and shape your future. Studies show early risers tend to be more productive, more optimistic, and better at problem solving. They work smart because their mind is clear, not clouded by the rush of a chaotic morning. The world belongs to those who rise with courage, who start the day not with fear but with fire. Wake up early, not just to see the sunrise, but to become the kind of person who brings light into every room they enter. Before the world demands anything from you, you have the chance to remind yourself of what you already have. Practicing gratitude every morning may seem like a small act, but it's one of the most powerful habits successful people live by. Why? Because gratitude rewires your thinking. It reminds you that success isn't only about chasing more. It's also about recognizing what already makes your life meaningful. When you wake up, your mind is a blank canvas. If the first thing you think about is stress or what you don't have, your day can begin with heaviness. But if the first thoughts you allow in are filled with appreciation, your entire energy shifts. This act doesn't take hours. Sometimes, just a minute of real, focused gratitude can bring more clarity than hours of overthinking. Gratitude multiplies what you already have. It turns a small victory into a celebration. It turns a setback into a lesson. It turns comparison into confidence. When you're thankful, you stop chasing other people's lives and start honoring your own. Think of a person climbing a mountain. The one who only looks at the peak feels tired and discouraged. But the one who looks back every few steps and appreciates how far they've come feels inspired to keep going. Gratitude is that glance backward. It reminds you that you've grown and come a long way. Every morning, before you touch your phone, pause. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what am I truly thankful for right now? It could be your health, the chance to try again, or the people who stood by you. Over time, this daily habit turns into a mindset. You start seeing the good even when things are tough. The most successful people aren't the ones who have everything. They're the ones who appreciate everything they have. And that appreciation creates room for more peace, more love, more purpose. So tomorrow morning, before the rush, say thank you. Make it your first win of the day. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's about direction. And the people who reach their goals and stay consistent are the ones who plan their day before it begins. This habit is like holding the steering wheel of your life. Without it, you're just drifting. With it, you're driving with clarity, purpose, and power. Most people let the outside world decide what they do. But successful people are different. Before the world gets a say, they already know what matters most to them. They are not reacting, they are leading. Planning the day isn't about a long, complicated to-do list. It's about setting intentions. It's about knowing your main priorities. That simple habit puts you back in control, and control creates confidence. The human brain craves clarity. When you wake up with 1,000 things swirling in your head, it's easy to feel anxious. But when you take just 10 minutes to plan, your brain relaxes. It knows what's coming, and you start with calm instead of chaos. Successful people often use a power list technique. They focus on the top 3 to 5 most important tasks, not busy work, but real, meaningful actions. This gives them a sense of direction, and every time they complete a task, they feel momentum build. With a plan in place, you're not afraid to say no. You're not swayed by distractions because you've already said yes to something bigger, your vision. So tomorrow morning, don't just wake up. Wake up with a plan. Take the driver's seat. Decide where your day goes before someone else decides for you. Every successful morning begins with movement, not because of a fitness trend, but because of what movement does to your mind, not just your muscles. Moving your body isn't about having a perfect workout or getting six-pack abs. It's about waking yourself up from the inside out. It's about choosing to energize your life on purpose. Most people wake up tired, but successful people choose to move. They stretch, walk, run, or simply shake off the stiffness because they know that motion creates emotion. It changes how you feel and how you face the day. When you move your body, you send a powerful message to your brain. I'm alive. I'm strong. I'm in control. It's like charging your body's battery before stepping into battle. Movement doesn't have to be complicated. All you need is intention. Go for a brisk walk, do a few jumping jacks, or dance to your favorite song. The goal isn't perfection, it's activation. Morning movement increases dopamine and serotonin, chemicals in your brain that boost happiness and focus. It lowers stress hormones and clears mental fog. Nearly every high performer includes morning exercise as a non-negotiable habit because it builds more than muscle. It builds discipline. It's a daily reminder that success begins when you do what's right, not what's easy. Your body is a vehicle that carries your dreams. If you don't take care of it, how can you expect to reach your destination? You're not just moving for your body, you're moving for your future. Every drop of sweat, every step you push through, it all adds up. It makes you stronger, sharper, and more resilient. So tomorrow morning, before reaching for your phone, move. Remind your body who's in control. Remind your mind what it feels like to be alive. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about what you know. And more importantly, how you grow. That's why one of the most powerful morning habits of successful people is feeding their minds before the day feeds them stress. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant something valuable, weeds will grow on their own. That's what happens when we start our days passively, scrolling through social media. But when you choose to nourish your mind, you take control. You prepare yourself not just to face the day, but to win the day. The day you stop learning is the day you start declining. So what does it look like to feed your mind? It could be as simple as reading 10 pages of a great book, listening to a powerful podcast, or watching a motivational video. What matters isn't the method, it's the intention. You're choosing to start your day by expanding your mind instead of exhausting it. Empty minds are full of noise. Full minds are full of power. When you start your morning with new knowledge, your conversations become deeper, your thinking becomes sharper, and your decisions become clearer. You don't just react, you reflect. This habit also builds your self-worth. When you invest in your mind, you're telling yourself, I'm worth the time. I believe in my growth. I matter. That self-respect multiplies into every area of your life. It all starts with that quiet choice in the morning to learn, to grow, to improve. The most successful people don't just fill their schedule, they fill their soul with wisdom. And that kind of power changes everything.